following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Rivers like red banners. It's so great to see them everywhere. They're really doing well for themselves.
Yeah,
I wonder if Arnold's here. That would probably be a bit ridiculous, but you know, you never know.
that'd probably be very bad.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, the problem is I just have a feeling something is going to go wrong, and we're going to end up in an encounter with him. And if he's here, there's a 0% chance that goes well.
You're right. Of course.
Not that I've ever really talked to him.
I get the feeling not many people do. And that kind of isolation is only going to lead to greater excess. That's depressing. Let's think about other things.
Sometimes isolation is self-imposed and unnecessary.
She'll give you a look. Have you been learning things?
I've been trying to. It's very difficult. It's not something I'm good at.
For a person with so many fields of study that exceed the professional level, I find that hard to believe.
Well, those things are easy, right?
I think by broad definition they're not. Oh, wait, no, I get it. Sorry, I mean, maybe for you, because you're so smart and handsome.
That wasn't what I was looking for. But
I mean, you'll take it anyway, right?
of course.
So, the military have decided that I need to be escorted to bed and into the shower and the bathroom and watched while I clean myself and shit.
That seems a little excessive.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
But they've decided that I need to be taken care of because I'm such a helpless little waif.
Mm-hmm. I do wonder how much of that is...
Don't you finish that sentence. Thank you.
I wasn't gonna say true.
I thought you were going to say, because of my mother. Where are we going?
The East Asia Trading Company.
Why?
Because Mr. X sent me a communication device there.
I should have known.
Yeah. I feel like I should report what happened in the Pterodactyl facility.
That would be a good idea. Good God, go roll well for once. But not later. Just now. Well, certainly, you'll be pleased to know that you've got quite a reputation around the encampment.
Oh.
Yes, everyone's quite enamoured with you of late.
Yeah.
crime solving, girl rescuing twice, crazed gunman standing down in a cave, finding supplies, recovering. And
Jack of all trades.
Mutant telepath quashing.
That one actually seems the most improbable.
You know, people want to like you because you've helped them.
You know, I just had a very similar conversation like this with my mother.
Oh, did you? It was funny because so did I, actually.
Oh?
Yeah, I mean, she's easy to talk to, which I find very surprising. Because I got the feeling she didn't like me much. Which, to be fair, I wasn't really trying to be liked.
I mean, why did you get that impression?
Because I'm an ass to people.
Sometimes, but... doesn't necessarily come from a place of being malicious.
No, of course not. Yeah. It's surprisingly easy to talk to. You're very lucky.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, in that regard.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Actually, I suppose it isn't really 100% luck, but rather intervention as well.
Still had to have had the luck to being born with the parents I had.
That's true. That's true.
You don't get to choose your family.
No one gets to do that, I guess.
But no, she, I don't know. It just feels so forced, you know?
Forced?
People are like, these people they claim they appreciate something, but, you know, I didn't do it correctly. I didn't do it perfectly. Should have done a better job. But
I need a perception check?
I rolled a 20.
Oh. Okay, so you could probably dodge this if you want, but she's just going to punch you in the shoulder. Quite hard.
I'll take it.
Okay. Roll a toughness check. DC is 21.
21? That's 1 degree of failure.
You take a damage.
It's 5, right? It's 5, not 4?
Yeah, it's 5. You take
Okay,
a damage.
yeah.
What was that for?
She actually seems like kind of mad that you didn't do it perfectly. You think people actually care that it wasn't a perfect job. What they care about is that you did it, that you bothered to lift a fucking finger and help them. Not that it's not perfect. Who's going to sit there and go, it's like, he could have been incrementally placed the shot 3, but no one does that. They're just happy that you helped and that you got something done when no one else could and no one else did. Don't diminish people's gratitude by demanding excess levels of perfection from yourself. Just accept people being grateful to you. Accept that people like you doing something, that actually bothering to do something. Do you have any idea how many people don't bother to do anything? No matter how much they could do, no matter how imperfect they just don't lift a finger, they don't do anything. I'm, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, you've gotten real quiet.
Oh, hang on. Let me just.
Yeah.
And okay, how's this?
Yep, that's better.
Because the OBS reacts to. It tries to normalize, which I wish it wouldn't do because it tends quieter.
Yeah.
So when you peak up, it pushes the volume down, but it doesn't do such a good job of lifting it back up again. So I just need to.
Right.
Yeah, and then she's like, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from.
No, that's okay. Hey, it's okay. You're right.
I'm sorry I hit you.
It's okay.
Although I know you let me.
I did.
Like those immediately around you are just sort of just staring at you now. I've caused a scene.
It's fine. Just keep walking.
I'm sorry, I wish you wouldn't beat yourself up over your successes because they're not as perfect successes as you would like. When you have so many failures to beat yourself up for. There's a weak smile, but you can tell it's pretty forced.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. But they don't all feel like successes, if you know what I mean.
I think I can understand. But people don't see that. I mean, they're going to focus on the fact that you helped them and what you can have the power of analyzing things and realizing that like you had the potential capability to maybe have done it a little better. They're going to just be happy that you did it. As long as you don't balls things up completely, people are going to be happy that they're better off. There's always going to be a few people, I guess, who you saved them from the burning building. They're going to be pissed you didn't save the building, too. But I think there's a reasonable amount of expectation that people would. Never mind. I'm just.
You're just.
I just feel a bit. Perhaps I have a personal motivation here for that. After all, I'm not in any way ungrateful that you didn't save me in the perfect manner. I'm not. I'm just happy you did.
That should be enough.
Because it is enough. Anyway, oh my God, I only ever seem to bring problems to you. Let's talk about something pleasant. There has to be something pleasant to talk about.
What do you mean only bring problems? I'm pretty good at making my own problems, if you hadn't noticed.
I wasn't going to mention it because it ran counter to the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
Not that invalidates my point.
It does diminish it.
No. I just think, like, there's a time and a place to... I think that it's fine to learn from mistakes and identify them, but lashing yourself over it or insisting people only be pleased in a perfect job is unreasonable, unrealistic.
No, that's not necessarily what I'm doing. I'm glad people are pleased with it. It's just that... I don't know. Maybe I hold myself to an impossible standard.
We normal humans must be so disappointing.
What?
She says slyly.
Come on. You know that's not what I mean.
I know. But, I don't have my brother around to needle, so you'll have to do.
Yeah. People should act in accordance with their ability. And so, you can expect any regular citizen of America to do things that Ultra Girl could. But I definitely expect Ultra Girl to do more because of her abilities. All there is to it. You know?
Yes. But I believe everyone should at least have the desire to do those things. You arrive.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty dumpy little place. Out front,
Yep.
at least.
Need inside.
You walk in alone.
River doesn't come with?
No, she'll just sit on the step.
Not coming in?
No, I'll sit here.
I'll try not to be too long.
It's okay, take your time.
Oh, hidden inside.
Inside is a rustic, cabiny, woody feel to it. There's like oldie-timey maps and pictures of sailing boats on the wall. There's a trio of barrels in the corner. There's a countertop with a 1886 era cash register. You know, with the fancy scroll work and the rising top and the rounded front with the big raised typewriter era keys on it.
Yeah.
Man behind the counter has a waxed mustache, his hair parted in a similar manner down the middle, high collar with one of those looping Colonel from KFC ties. He's got black bands around his upper sleeves, raising the upper butts to a puff, but like raising them away from his wrists a bit to leave his hands clear. Pinstripe pants and a set of braces over the top of the shirt. He looks so out of time.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, "Good evening there, sir. Welcome to the East Asia Trading Company. How can I service you in the performance of my duty today, sir?"
So I wasn't doing like anything specific to say. He did say he was going to see Jania, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to. Yeah. Is Jania here?
"Oh, you're after the young lady of the powerful persuasion. Of course, sir, of course. He'll pick up an ornate bell from the desk and give it a little tinkle. Ding-ling-ling, like that. Door will open and an Indian man with a turban, like a long robes and belted kaftan and puffy pants and curly toe shirt, like a fucking stereotype. He's like, Bella, would you go find the young lady of the American persuasion and perambulate her forthwith to the place of business so that she may proceed with an amiable conversation with her gentleman caller friend here." And he's like, "Yes, of course, Effendi." And moves back in through the door. A few moments later, the door will open and Jania will come in. She is like just wearing like jeans and a t-shirt and like a cowboy hat. So she looks pretty out of place, and she's just like, "Hello? Oh, hey. Do I know you much well?"
Yeah. I need to talk to you about something.
"Oh, if you two wish to proceed with a familiar type of jarring, then there is a withdrawing room upstairs. I can have Bearer stand up with some tea for your conversation."
That would be great.
"Oh, please. I would show you up there, but I'm required to stay at my post at all times. That's the only door you see there. Take the staircase at the end of the passage there."
I got it. Thank you.
He means go upstairs.
Yeah, I got that.
She'll just walk upstairs. Like, she won't slow down for you at all.
Yeah, of course.
No, that's okay. Take your time. Eventually you make it. It's a fairly pleasant room. There's an oldie-style couch, a high wing-back chair. There's a dark wood polished coffee table with some magazines dating from the turn of the century. And by that I mean the last century.
The last century.
The 20th century.
This is like an actual cool place I'd want to visit, just like
I know, right?
a slice of history, right? Yeah.
Yep. There's like a proper woven lampshades on standing lamps in the corner, and a slight inspection will note the interior glass construction indicates that these are candle lamps. Janie just slouches on the couch.
So, I take it you didn't just come by to gaze upon my beauty.
No, actually. I have a message I need you to pass on.
Mm-hmm.
Or a report, rather.
I thought you'd be here to pick up a thing.
I was under the impression it's too difficult to actually move around, and I'm going to be in mainland China.
Okay. Nah, I gotta get back soon. I wanna go home. This place stinks.
How long have you been here?
4 or 5 weeks? I can't do anything. Like, I'm too fucking stupid to work at the base, and Fake Dad doesn't want me going around doing stuff. It's just bogus.
Right. Well, I do need to communicate with them now, if you don't mind.
Ducky? Come on. It's in my room.
Her room is a wooden box with a window, a bed, and a washstand. And that is it.
Mighty.
Mm-hmm. She'd, like, pull a case out from under the bed, open it up. There's like a great big thing. Like, basically triangular.
Yeah.
She'll, like, operate it. And a hologram will spring from the top, and it looks very distorted. Used to. It's basically pointless.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you've arrived.
Yes, well... There have been some complications, but... I actually do have something to report.
Please go ahead.
So... Recently... I had cause to... invade the Pterodino facility here. And...
This is the one in Hong Kong.
Yes. And then the military came and checked everything over, but...
I should also point out that there is a transmission lag. I'm responding
Yeah.
promptly, but there is like about a 4 or 5 second delay between each thing.
Right. And they asked me to investigate and check and let them know how to ship and catalog everything. I'll let them know like the minor things in the lab, like the testing on the Crowl, like, and the robots and stuff lying around.
It sounds like you did the right thing by sending them on to Standard Research Division.
There's one worse thing. Pterodino had captured 2 aliens. Now, one of them was dead when I got there. But the other one was alive. Now couldn't speak English or any Earth language that I try to cover. But it's just a mess. The problem is I was in the room with a time constraint, and there were military on the other side of the curtain, so I didn't have a lot of options. But so I couldn't get it out as ideally as I wanted to. So I got it out of the facility, but I couldn't reconnect with it. It was out there. But I did manage to get it out of the facility. So I am hoping it finds its ship and leaves. But it did say that they killed one of them. That they killed the other one.
This is potentially a significant problem with the current ambivalent state of the Imperium matter. If they decide we have acted aggressively, they could move their timetable up.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
It would have been better to somehow connect them or return them to, or at least involve some aliens that we know can speak our language. I am referring, of course, to the two children. Yes.
I didn't react to those names.
Well, there's no reason they would. They're just two children, my understanding. I don't know that there's a lot I can do about that.
I didn't necessarily expect you to do a lot. I just thought it was prudent to let you know. I have some reports on the progress of the virus, the attack by the psychic, and the Pterodino lab incidents that I can give to Jania.
Good. I trust she's been of help.
Yes, yeah. Does this transmitter move? I'm going to be heading into mainland China. There are some problems there too.
The problem with mainland China is the relays are not in an optimal position. It may be possible for you to get it to work, but you'll have to do some heavy recalibration. And that would involve access to the hopefully still proprietary hardware within.
If I recall, these are designed to melt when accessed.
Yes.
I'll let him know. I'll tell him like the things I found in the forest, and then so I think there's some contamination, maybe from a meteor or.
I'll see if I can get permission to send a research flight over, see if we can locate a crash site from a meteor.
Great. Okay.
It shuts down.
Jania some stacks of paper.
Oh, getting paperwork. My favorite.
You just have to transport it. At least you don't have to read it and write it.
Looks relieved.
So, and take this with me, Tanner.
Sure.
Leave it here until I leave.
Absolutely.
Alright, I'll come back for it when I head back into Japan. I'll try not to take too long to get back, so you can leave as soon as possible.
Sure, she looks grateful.
So what are you even doing, mainland China?
We're investigating the virus in an area closer to where the virus is actually happening, so we have more samples. It's It's a lot of fruitless effort right now, but we'll figure it out. What have you been doing here?
Sitting on my hands. Big Dad won't let me do things.
What things do you want to do?
Well, there's Nazis in town. I could beat the shit out of them. No, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, but if they haven't done anything provable, then
They're
there's not much
Nazis.
we can do.
Literally Red Banner Nazis. Their mission objective is to take over Zawardo.
Yeah, I know. But identity isn't enough, unfortunately. Diplomatic immunity and all that.
That's what Fake Dad says. Don't want an incident with the ruling body.
That could be a huge problem. Almost had one, actually. Maybe still do.
You're so lucky you get to do things.
I think it's something to do with not being so powerful. I'm less constrained. I can move a bit more freely, you know?
Yeah.
Alright.